Nurse exposed guard trafficking his own son's drugs. I was holding Liam's hand through the cold prison glass on a Tuesday in March when Derek Vance planted the heroin bag in his cell. 3 weeks of watching my 19-year-old son stare at a table like he'd already lost. The guard just smiled while claiming he found it on the same floor where Derek's own son Ethan got caught with the same drugs days earlier. Fuck the system. I'm Aisha, a pediatric nurse who's seen too many kids suffer from opioid toxicity. I know those symptoms like the back of my hand. But I didn't know how to fight a corrupt prison guard until I started digging through medical records during my lunch breaks in the old filing cabinet at the back of the medical wing. Derek's accidental syringe left in Ethan's cell the night before his overdose. I saw it during my 2 a.m. rounds, the way he'd forget Ethan's medical alerts during checkups. I documented it. I used my nurse access to pull records falsified drug-free status for Ethan right before his symptoms worsened. Pupillary dilation, cyanosis. I'd seen those exact signs on a toddler with opioid toxicity last year. Her skin blue as ice. This wasn't accidental. Liam's cell search? That was my first clue. He refused to be Derek's lookout for drug runs. Derek had threatened him after Liam caught him smuggling pills to inmates. So Derek framed him. The escalation hit me when I saw Derek accidentally leave a syringe in Ethan's cell the night before his medical check. I recorded his panic when Ethan's alert sounded during a routine exam, how he'd yelled at the nurse to ignore it while I filmed it on my phone. My hands shook as I reviewed it all in my car after work, the weight crushing me. Liam's face when I told him I'd prove his innocence. He just whispered, "I knew you'd figure it out, Mom." Then Ethan collapsed in the medical wing. Derek screamed at staff to ignore it while I stepped forward, holding up that photo. "This isn't an accident," I said, my voice steady. "He's been trafficking the same drugs he's selling to his own son." Derek's eyes darted to the door as security entered, his face ashen. I'd already called the state attorney with the evidence: Ethan's medical records, the syringe photo, Derek's admission during the medical alert. They arrested Derek that night. Liam walked out of Maplewood 3 days later. I met him at the gates, his eyes red but clear. He hugged me tight, whispering, "I'm taking nursing classes, Mom." Now he's studying at City College, wearing that faded pediatrics shirt he wore since he was 10. His first day, the pediatric nurse handed him a lollipop from a candy jar, saying, "For the nurse who saw what others missed." The consequences of Derek's actions were severe. Liam started a mentorship program for inmates with medical backgrounds, and last month, he caught a guard falsifying records using the exact symptoms I taught him. Ethan's in rehab now, and last week he said, "I'm sorry, Dad," during therapy. Derek's empty chair where he should be. Maplewood's transparency wall displays Derek's syringe photo, now a symbol of accountability. I train prison staff on medical ethics every Tuesday. When a guard caught a trafficking ring using those same symptoms, I cried in the supply closet. But Liam got his life back. And me? I finally stopped waiting for someone else to fix the system. I started building it myself.